Go.
Okay, welcome to day 1 of week 2, RSHL season 20. Tonight we have Interference at Empire. Interference being the favored team with 100% of predictions for winning tonight. We'll have to see if Empire can stick it to them with some goals of their own and give them a challenge. Oh, and we're about to go into the first period. The favored goalie, Linux, starting for ITF, of course, and up-and-coming pseudo-rookie Red Raven is goalie for Empire. We'll have to see if he can stand up to the dominance of ITF right now.
Quick goal just got scored and it was called off.
Oh, and it looks like we just had a lag goal fairly early into the period.
Well, if that was called clean, that would also set the record, since last game Empire got scored in
ITF winning
12
the
seconds
face-off,
in.
taking it down the rink, and they are juggling it right in front of their defense, trying to force their way through, and Kulishika just does not let that happen. Taking it down the field, and they are trying to work their way just in between and past the defensive ITF. Seem to be holding on. Oh, a turnover right over to Regiments. Oh, he was in a bit of a crunch there. He was easily checked by herbalist Yang Young. I have never pronounced that, probably, but I hope that's right. And Empire, they are bringing it right back towards ITF, looking to work their way down the field and weaving in between the defense, taking a shot on Linux, which he picks up very easily. Alright, Mason Pilot bringing it down the field, kind of surrounding himself as they work right past the defense, almost getting a shot off. Empire's defense is a little much for them right there. Going into this, Empire has a 1-0 record, or 0-1 record right now. ITF has a 1-0 record. Excuse me, kind of a mind fart right there. ITF is definitely the dominant champions. They showed that in the preseason with their 2-1 record. Empire not doing too bad with their 1-2 record, so hopefully they can hold up to the challenge and actually score a few goals this time. All right, in a phase. ITF bringing it back down the field, and he turns it over, but is easily recovered by Regiments. And they're going turn back over to Janky. Oh, ITF offense is right on top of that with Mace recovering that with a wild pass backwards, and they're going to recover that back on defense and try to bring it back down. They're doing some pilot right there. Passing a nice pass, but missed Mace 23 right there. And Janky bringing it back down the ice alongside Iceman H20, excuse me. Trying to get past the defense ITF, and it is turned over. Tijan, I'll say Tijan, recover that easily. They're trying to keep it just outside the Empire's defense right now, trying to lure them out and force their way in, and Mace 23 is forced to pass it back. Herbalist Yang Young recovers it, and he is going to try to bring it down the field, get past for a fur there. Oh, nice pass, nice try. That might have been a goal if he was a little quicker. They're trying to hold back. Pilot comes right in, takes Janky out. Holding on to control of the puck, ITF bring it right back down the field, turning it over to Janky. Empire not doing too bad on their defense right now.
Yeah, way better than last game. Empire is playing a strong game up so far.
And Kulishika bringing it down the field. He is going to pass it up over to Fur, who will hold on to it, and he will pass it over to Regiments. Almost straight into the defense, but Mace gets it, and the Red Raven takes an easy save from that. And Empire bringing it back down the field, looking to take a shot, score a goal. And Janky is easily checked by their defense, by Tajan. ITF bringing it back down the field once again. Looking to return that shot. Keeping it just outside the defense. Very good at doing that. And an easy shot, easy save made by the Red Raven. Herbalist Yangyang alongside Janky bringing it down the field. Only person back there is Tajan to stop them. And he, of course, stops them. Gets checked, but it's still enough defense to keep them from getting a scoring opportunity. Oh, nice try by Anna Tuma. Nice try. Our Mace, Regiments, and Pilot trying to bring it back to the field, and Janky's defense is holding up fairly well. He gets right in between them, does not let them get too close to the goal. Okay. And interference. Recovering the puck. And it turns over to Iceman, H2O. He turns it back over to ITF. Regiments and Mace are easily taken out by Janky right there. And there they go. Oh, he beats the defense. And he's... Oh, nice try by Janky. Tries to shoot down and pass, but Linux knows what he's doing. He does not let that fly. I'm actually quite impressed with the way Empire is holding up right now. They are not letting interference interfere with the way their offense goes, and they're actually doing quite well returning the puck and holding on to their defense. Hasn't been a whole lot of shots on them in this first period so far. All right, Iceman H2O passing up the field. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Let's see if they can get a shot here. Herbalist looking to score. Oh, he tries to go down and fake it, but it does not work. Linux definitely holding up to his solid career. He is not falling for any cheap tricks. It's going to take some pretty good shots to get past him tonight. Alright, interference kind of juggling behind their defense and trying to force their way through, but Empire is not falling for anything tonight. Looks like interference is going to have to think a little bit on their toes to get past them. It's not going to be an easy win like they thought. Herbalist Yangyang bringing it back up the field alongside Janky. And some nice passes between them. Oh, except it turns over. Anna Tuma recovers it, forcing towards the goal with an easy shot, an easy save on Linux. And Pilot and Regiment is bringing it back down the field towards the Red Raven. Let's see if they can get a shot in. Oh, it looks like the Empire defense is holding up still once again. Good job, Empire. Empire bringing it back down the field. He's a little bit of a crunch there, but they held onto the puck. Trying to keep possession and a little bit of a wild pass towards the wall there as Kula picks it back up. Herbalist Yangyang and Janky looking for interference. Defense a little too much for them right there. Mace making a spear lunge. And Pilot recovering a little bit of a missed pass there. Interference bringing it down the field. Oh, Kula Shaker's defense holds up right there. Prevents a shot. Good defense. Good defensive work with the goalie there. Regiments tries a sweep, but it does not work. Empire's defense is really holding up. I'm very impressed right now as they try to return the puck. Hopefully, looking for a shot, trying to get past the defense. Regiments is right there. He stops them in their tracks. All right, interference bringing it back. A missed pass back to Tajan and recovered. They might have an opening. Oh, Regiment tries to beat the goalie. He is going the same direction, and he is stopped right there. Good save, the Red Raven. All right, and there is a Herbalist Yangyang almost had a breakaway. Tried to pass, but Iceman H2O, I believe it was Iceman H2O, he was checked, and that opportunity was taken away from them. It seems interference. I'm using a lot of your abbreviations. I should be saying the full thing. Interference is they're missing a key player, Buckcat, tonight. Oh no, he's here. He was not on early, but he's not on the ice right now. That could be contributing to their lack of offensive opportunities right now. We'll have to see what happens following the second, third period.
Well, obviously, Buckcat is an impact on interference.
And interference coming right back towards Empire's defense. Almost creates an opening. Red Raven's right there. He checks them right in their face. Cold Shaker icing it back to the defense of interference.
I'm actually
they will hold on to the puck, bringing it back down the field.
Actually, kind of impressed.
And another sweep. Oh, a recover by Riley and a goal. Nice goal. We'll have to see if that was called clean.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually kind of impressed with how Empire is doing in the game right now. I mean, they were holding their own, but just as I was gonna do that, ITF scores.
I had my sound too low. I didn't hear anyone. I apologize. That was a huge mistake on my part. I was wondering why I could not hear anyone or the game sound, but now I've just now figured that out.
Yeah, you caught me off like 5 times, maybe 20.
I apologize for that.
It's okay, I just cried a bit, but I'm alright now.
Alright. And interference holding on to the puck, regaining possession. They'll try to break through Empire's defense, which holds up fairly well. Alright, Empire making a turnover to interference, and they will try to take a shot that looked like a crease shot on the Red Raven, but good save. And interference keeping up the pressure on Empire, but the Red Raven is sticking with them, following every shot they have so far. Most of the shots. Alright, Mace trying to cut through the defense. He makes a nice pass to Pilot, who cuts up and scores. That looked clean to me.
It is now 2-0 with 1 minute remaining in the first period.
I don't know what happened with Red Raven there, but he should have gone up.
Red Raven can only do so much to keep his team in the game.
It looked like he had most of that covered, but he just wasn't far enough up at that point. So far, I'm fairly impressed with Empire's ability to hold up to the dominating champs ITF right now. That's quite a feat for considering the conditions.
And Empire takes a timeout. Weird decision to do 1 minute left into the period.
And it looks like they are subbing in Giroux. We'll have to see how this changes things up. Well, so far, both teams have 6 shots on each other. It seems like their offensive capability seems to be going back and forth. That's fairly intense game. I expect this is a better game than I expected from them.
Yeah, I think Empire is actually doing pretty good, better than their previous game, and yeah, they just have to keep going, scoring. They have to score those goals.
Most definitely. Let's just see if interference slips up, and I'll give them anything. And looks like Red Raven makes a diving save out a little bit out in the field there, looking to return the puck. Herbalist trapping himself a little bit, makes a turnover to Fur. And interference, holding on to possession of the puck. A missed pass to Regiment. It goes off the wall, but it's easily recovered. And Fur tries to force himself through Empire's defense, but it does not work. Empire bring it back down the rink. Trying to beat the defense. Gonna need to do some passing, and it does not work against Tijan. He stops them in their tracks again. And a wild pass all the way to the other side of the rink as time runs out, and that will be the end of the first period.
Not a bad period by Empire, like the score indicates, but I find that Empire needs to capitalize on their chances once again if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah, Empire's not doing that bad. Red Raven got a team HRP for his team, but overall, Pilot has been doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree. Seems Red Raven is definitely holding up his end of the bargain for this game, but he is going to need a little more effort, especially from the offense on his team to pull this one off.
I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but how's the defending being from the ITF side? I mean, I haven't seen a much gaping holes there, but the Empire side has to attack more and be more decisive in their plays.
Well, the Empire side is playing some good defense. Raven had 2 saves that he had to make and just didn't make them on time.
Yeah, Raven has been holding up. He's been holding up fairly well. He's been where he needs to be. He hasn't been caught off guard completely. But interference defense has been some fairly standard, blocking off the passing lanes. I just think Empire needs to be a little smarter, a little quicker at their passes to find those holes and score some goals. Okay, and it looks like we are going to be going into the second period. 2-0 interference.
Buckcat has entered the game as a warbird. I don't think there's any surprises on that part.
That is definitely expected. It looks like they're going to give Empire a little more of a challenge this game. We'll see how the Red Raven holds up to the Buckcat sweeps today. Okay, waiting for the second period to start. What do you guys think Empire needs to do to pull this one off on the offense? What kind of improvements
You know what
do
they
you think
need to
should
do?
make?
They need to stop playing hilly-billy and score some goals because they need to get into this game.
That is definitely true. Hillbillies do not, we all know hillbillies drink a lot and they do not score very well. So they need to keep on top of it and they need to focus.
They're playing like 5 Artoses right now. Like, can they at least try a bit?
Artos definitely takes some hits. Yeah, they cannot play like Artos this entire period.
No, but honestly, I think the Empire offense has to create more chances, make those passes, stop trying to like be heroes. Because individually, I don't think they can achieve much, but as a team, they can go far. So they have to act like a team, depend on each other, and make those passes count. And once you create that play, you need to slot it in. You need to be consistent. You need to be effective, and that's what they haven't been doing. So they need to do that in this second period.
Yeah, missing one of their captains, Stickman. He is nowhere to be found right now. I think if they had Stickman, that could really help boost their offense a little bit. And Iceman starts off the period taking it towards their goal and passes back. Buckcat will recover that and get checked as Pilot recovers that again. And it looks like Empire's defense is holding up fairly well going into the start of this period. Janky and Iceman will try to bring it back down the field, trying to beat the defense, and they're checked by Tajan. Buckcat and Pilot working to right down the field, trying to work between their defense. Janky is right there. He forces them to back off a little bit. Oh, nice try. Nice try to cut through their defense, but Empire is still holding up fairly well. Iceman H2O missing a check right there, and oh, Janky cuts up and takes a shot. Nice shot. That looked clean to me.
Yeah, to me, I think it was clean. But I was just gonna say, you know, you're talking about Stickman. Oh man, it's called clean. This is awesome. This is gonna be a comeback right there, just for Empire. If they can keep, you know, at this, keep the pressure, they can actually tie with ITF. This is incredible.
I definitely think they heard my comments during the period break, and that's what motivated them.
Exactly. You sparked a little bit of fire in their play tonight. Let's see if they can keep that going. Oh, Interference had a passing chance with a shot there, but they missed it, and Empire recovers it. Cooler Shaker and Janky hold on in possession of the puck right outside the defense. Iceman H2O deepening their defense as Tajan comes back and recovers it with a check. Oh, a face shot towards the wall, and Empire recovers it, trying to hold on to it. He is trapping himself a little bit. Oh, almost a nice... I think that might have lagged to me because I have no idea how that got to where it is, but good recovery by Interference. Oh, Buckcat trying to bring it back up the field, turning it over to Cooler Shaker, staying right on top of the defense there. Very impressive, Empire. They are not letting up on their defense. They're going to bring it back on the field. Almost a 3-on-1. A little bit of a low shot. Almost a fade on Linux, but he saves it easily.
Empire making some things happen. That's what I want to see from them.
Most definitely. They are making this a more exciting game than most might have predicted. I'm very impressed right now.
Yeah, they're actually putting up a fight.
Compared to last season, they actually beefed up the roster quite a bit. I think that's what's really holding them in. They put a lot of effort into campaigning for players. Oh, a faded shot towards the upper post. Narrowly missed by Buckcat.
That looked like a sure goal.
Those are the kind of shots you expect from Buckcat. Red Raven's got to watch out for those, and the defense has to work with Red Raven to stop those from happening. Empire returning the puck. Going downfield with Iceman, H2, and Janky. Herbalist being a little greedy, trying to force his way through. He goes down and doesn't go anywhere. Gets checked easily by Interference defense.
Yeah, that was a good BK, but he actually just stopped there and spin for a minute. I don't know why he did that. That was actually kind of, yeah, not good.
Yeah, they definitely have to be team players. You can't have any heroes on this team as much as they would like to be. Against a team this strong, they need to work together to pull this one off.
I guess he lacked vision there. He needed to like just reset the pass or at least go somewhere and not just stand there and spin there for a second.
All right, Empire regaining control of the puck. And trying to force their way through defense, Buckcat is right there and checks them easily. Oh, a missed pass, which is easily recovered by Tijan. They're going to try to bring it back down the field. Oh, Buckcat easily turns it over, and that pass is passed all the way back to Linux. Yes, it is indeed icing. All right, Buckcat looking to beat the defense, but not quite. Empire will not have any of that tonight.
Good check
Iceman
by a
H2O.
Warbird. Iceman and Janky now. Kind of like the Stickman and Janky duo, except, you know, it's Iceman now. But Coho, holy crap. Coming back as a weasel to check. That's good defense right there from ITF.
Excellent defense. And Empire bringing it back down the field. Oh, there should have been someone down there to pass to, but Fur was right there. Not the person they were looking for. There comes Buckcat, Pilot, and Coho. They are not getting any passing lanes open. Empire is doing very good. They are not letting anything up this period. Juggling in front of their defense right now. And there's a turnover to Buckcat. He is right there. He's going to try to bring it back down the field. Is he going to get any opportunities? Oh, no. Empire is not. They're not letting anything up at all.
Yeah, they got to stop lunging, though, because one of these plays is going to lead to a goal if they keep lunging like that.
Yes, a careless lunge is definitely going to open up some opportunities for interference, and they cannot let interference get any more opportunities this game. All right, good job, Cooler Shaker. He is keeping up on this. He's not letting them get too far in. Iceman H2O with almost a sweep, almost a shot. Linux saves it, picks it up easily. All right, looks like interference was a little clustered right there, but they're spreading out. Trying to force their way through. Herbalist Yang Young picks it up easily. Empire returning the puck down the field. Luring a couple of their players in, hoping they can loosen up the interference defense a little bit. Buckcat makes a lunge and misses. Iceman H2 turns it over to Pilot, and their defense brings it back up the field.
That was a good movement from Iceman. He had it. Oh, nice check by Red Raven, taking out Bucky as he was trying to do like a mini sweep. But yeah, I was saying Iceman got into a good position there, but he needs to observe where he's pointing and where his teammates are before he actually presses the control button.
Definitely, he's doing fairly well, but he needs to be a little more observant on the offense. That's definitely going to get them some goals if he can do that tonight.
Yeah, Bucky trying to get through Iceman, another Warbird just like himself, but Iceman's actually playing pretty smart, and just as I say that, he gives it up to Bucky. Coho trying to get himself through with the puck, but turns it over to Herbalist, and now Herbalist is passing to Janky. Janky is actually playing pretty nice tonight, even though Stickman is not there to support him. He has Iceman. Like I said, Iceman is doing pretty good in Warbird, but all he has to do is just see where his teammates are going, not just like, you know, aim it aimlessly everywhere.
Yeah, I think Janky is definitely trying to put some effort in to make up for Stickman's lack of appearance tonight. He is doing a very good job. He might need his teammates to help him out with that. If they can make some key cuts tonight, they can definitely score some goals. Both teams are making some excellent shots on each other. Only 7 shots from ITF, 9 shots from Empire. Empire is doing. Some would say Empire might be doing a little better offensively.
Keep in mind that ITF only has 1 shot this period.
Kind of oh, nice opportunity there for Pilot. What did Red Raven do?
Almost a fatal turnover.
And again, another turnover.
Why would Red Raven do that?
I don't know, Cozy. Calm down. But yeah,
nice.
I was going to say that it's kind of surprised to see Fur in a levy right now. He usually plays Spid for ITF. I think he's trying out something different, trying to get through the defense. That's what. Passes to Buckhat, and then Koa picks it up, but Giro, nice check by Giro as a Spid.
That was a very good recovery on defense there. Empire is not, no matter how long this goes on, Empire is not.
I think both Kula and Fur are trying to play the same type of role on their teams. They're
Oh, nice shot by Herbalist Yang Young. He got that past Linux.
You know, I want to know, how did Linux fall for that? Because Linux is supposed to be as good as Lago the Clown, and Lago the Clown wouldn't fall for shots like that.
Linux usually does not let those go in because those are the top corner shots that shouldn't go in. Linux is the type of goalie does not let those types of shots in. I don't understand why, that worked.
Timeout called by interference. It seems that shot threw them back for a little bit of a surprise.
Well, I think the reason ITF isn't playing good is because they changed the lineup from the first period that was doing so good. And, Buckhat is good, but he's not good enough. I mean, he hit the post. That's unacceptable.
Buckhat is good, but I think this game he might be underestimating the will of Empire right now because their will is very strong, and they're going to show how strong it is with the amount of shots and the goals they're scoring this game.
Yeah, I think Empire has more willpower than talent in their team right now. Tonight they're showing it. They want to win this game, and even though they don't have as much talent as ITF does, they're showing that they can prove to be a worth adversary, and they're putting up a fight. Now it's tied, and like I said before, if they tie it, that's going to be awesome because now both of them have to play differently. And before I got caught out because of a Herbalist's goal, I was going to say that both Fur and Kula are playing the same roles. They're playing like a type of defense and offense levy. They're going back and forth through the ice, trying to create opportunities, and also going back, trying to ruin the plays for the other team.
Yeah, the two levies versus each other definitely gives them kind of an even ground game. Oh, shot narrowly missed by Buckhat, a little wide there. And Empire trying to bring it back. Janky had nowhere to go. He turns it over to Buckhat, and he passes it back to his defense. Pilot recovering it. Regiment trying to bring it back, and he tries a shot, which is picked up by the Red Raven easily.
Interference taking more shots. I think they got the memo.
Yeah, they got the message. They have to play serious. They actually have to try now. I'm not saying they weren't trying. It's just that they have to step on the gear.
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, the favored team is by far the Empire, and I think they took that for granted. Now they're really going to step up the game. We'll see how Empire steps up to that.
We can definitely hope.
Well, I wouldn't call it the favorite team. I mean, I think ITF has more of a team to actually go back to being going back into the lead. But yeah, Empire's putting up a fight definitely.
Yeah, perhaps not the favorite team. Predictions say people, at least of the 5 or 6 that predicted Empire should be losing, but Empire is proving them wrong. Empire actually has a lot of followers. They're definitely a very enthusiastic team, and they're showing it tonight in this game.
I mean, if Empire does not win this game, the positive that can come out of it is they scored 2 goals on Linux, and I think that's a positive for anyone in the league.
That gives them a huge advantage. They realize they cannot be more than a couple goals behind because it'll be very hard to cover. Oh, Mace takes a shot as their defense misses him, and that looks like a clean goal.
That might be lag. I think I saw a tank on that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but the defense let in that shot. I don't think we can blame Red Raven for that. But yeah, they have to, consistently be on alert for those types of shots, including, Bucky's sweep, because they're going to try that over and over again throughout the night.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it looked like a possible mischeck, and they left the top wide open. We'll have to see if that's called clean, though.
Yeah, Cozy, you saw a tank, you said?
Yeah, I saw a tank. The spider on, I think Giroud hit Mace 23 before that goal happened.
Seems to be a little bit of a debate in the ref frequency.
If I had to
There.
name two players that are key right now for Empire, because Stickman's not here, I would say Janky and oh, that's not called clean.
That is a lag goal. That works in favor of Empire.
I believe that is the right call to be made in this situation.
Yeah, but like I was saying, if I had to name two people from Empire, it would be Janky and Herbalist. They're doing a great job right now for their team.
Iceman hasn't been too bad either.
Okay, interference winning the faceoff. Buckhead trying to beat the defense, but Red Raven is right there guarding that corner.
Red Raven has actually been practicing on not going for the pass. I think that's what helped him right there. And then
Yeah, definitely. He's trying to keep his confidence up, and he is showing that this game. He is not letting up. He's trying to match up to the skill of Linux, and I think he's doing fairly well so far.
yeah, 2-2. They're tied. I would say so. Here comes
All
Mace.
right, Mace. Oh, Mace makes a shot. Regiment takes a shot. Possible crease shot. We'll have to see what they call on that.
Mace just went in there like a juggernaut, taking like 20 shots to the face, and I think that's going to be called crease.
I think they're going to have to do a replay on that. I mean, I'm not sure if that was crease or not. Oh, or not. They can just call it crease. Okay.
Crease shot 2-2. Empire interference. All right, interference wins the faceoff again. They are bringing it down the field. Empire's defense groups up, and Buckshot has a delayed shot, forcing him into the CR, which that will be the end of the second period. Very intense period. Empire is not letting up, and they are keeping interference on their toes.
Breaking news in the Realistic Subspace Hockey League. Cereal and Milk, the free agent, has just joined the Baby Seal Killers, and as a result, they have cut Lago the Clown from their team.
Really? Is that true? Or is that just a rumor?
That is confirmed.
That is quite the move. Cereal and Milk is definitely a competent goalie, as is Lago the Clown. But I guess they prefer Cereal and Milk. I'm sure he'll definitely keep them at bay.
So yeah, that was a good period for Empire. They actually managed to tie it up, and ITF is not doing that bad either. It's just that the defense on Empire's side has been really good. They haven't had many mistakes like they did in the earlier game. But yeah, ITF has to prove that they're the superior team if they, if they want to keep going, be top three, be called top three. But Empire's doing a pretty good game with Herbalist, Janky, and Iceman right now. They just got to keep up the pressure. That's not to say that Kula's not doing a good job. It's just that the most notable players right now for the Empire team are Herbalist and Janky. I don't know what the situation would be like if Stickman was here tonight, but they're doing pretty good.
Stickman would just add more depth to Empire. Right now, Empire is doing great, and I'm glad they finally got the memo that they can't let interference push them around. They need to take their own shots if they want to win games.
We shall return after this message.
Okay, and here comes Buckhat. Mace 23 trying to look for Buckhat on top. Iceman steals the puck, passes to Herbalist. Herbalist looking around, trying to pass for Janky. Janky gets it. Iceman now has it. Passes back to Janky, but Janky gets checked by Regiments. Regiments is looking around, trying to pass the pilot. Pilot is following Regiments. Passes to Mace, who cuts forward. Passes to Buckhat. Now it's Buckhat and Mace, but gets checked by Red Raven.
Nice save, Red Raven.
Yeah, that was a good check right there. He's actually doing pretty good with killing ships, but he's a good checker and goalie, that's for sure. Oh, and there goes a goal for Buckhat.
Oh, Buckhat taking advantage of that hole there. There's a little bit of a debate. Could be a crease shot or a tank. I'm not really sure.
I saw a shot fly somewhere. Somebody shot him. I'm not sure if that's called lag or not, but there you go. Clean.
Clean goal. 3-2 ITF.
That's going to hurt Empire, definitely.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to step up their offense to get back that goal. Trying to beat Linux multiple times is going to be a tough task for them tonight.
Keep in mind, they don't have to beat him once. They have to beat him twice if they want to win the game.
Yeah, that definitely. That is a very tough thing. We all know that. They're going to have to step up their defense a little bit. It seems like ITF is really putting pressure on them.
It's been interesting to note that after the game became tied, ITF started significantly outshooting Empire. We'll see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, that definitely, I think that came from the addition of Buckhat into the game. It seems like he stopped underestimating them and actually taking them seriously. That could be bad news for Empire.
Yeah, if
Time will tell.
If I was Empire or like a coach in Empire, I would, after the tie, I would have just told them like hold the line, you know, play defense, play smart. But it seems that Empire just has one idea in mind, and it's score goals and just keep going forward. And that's led, you know, a little bit to the current score, which is 3-2. If they keep doing that, I mean, ITF is a deadly team. It's a very dangerous team. You don't want to play like that against a team like that. So I don't know. I think they should play more defensively. But now they need to score. So we'll see what happens.
Right, you are. They need to strengthen all their aspects. They can't strengthen defense or offense, but they should put some more perspective on offense if interference is going to put pressure on them like this. At the same time, they need to keep moving up the field and look for those passes they can get past their defense. They can score some goals, even get some shots. They're lacking in their shots ever since the first period. All right, looks like Empire turned it back over to interference, and interference is going to return it. Oh, nice try. Nice try for a pass to Regiments. He'll still recover it. He'll bring it right back around the net. Almost a turnover, and it is picked up by Herbalist Yang. And let's see if Empire can bring it down the field and create some opening shots for them. They won't. Mace 23 is right there. Passes it back to Linux, and they're going to bring it back up the field. It's like Chajan panicked a little bit, passed it to the wall. Going to pass it up, and Janky is right there, but he still gets checked. Oh, looks like they might beat the defense here, and Buckhat misses a shot. He should have had that shot in there. A little bit of a wild pass towards the wall there, which will be recovered by interference. And nice quick pass by Mace, which is easily recovered by Empire's Iceman H20. And Empire trying to force their way through the defense a little bit, but easily checked by Regiments. And Pilot is going to try to bring it back up the field. Looks like Empire is going to try to cut off their passing lanes there. Herbalist Yang does indeed check them and prevent them from getting further. But he turns it over to Regiments, who is easily checked by SMH2O. Empire playing a little more intense this period. Haven't got any shots off yet, but we'll see what happens. Kula Shaker bringing it back up. He's checked by Mace, and interference will once again bring it back up the field. A missed pass, but still to Regiments. And Janky playing a very good defense in a Weasel. Chazam recovering it, keeping possession of the puck between Regiments and Mace 23, who turns it over. Regiments checking Empire, but interference will still remain in control of the puck. A missed pass, and Swizzle picks it up, but he's still checked by Buckcat. Oh, Empire's defense is still holding up fairly well. All they need is a couple shots. Maybe they can get a goal in this period. Oh, they just keep passing it right to the defense.
Yeah, it's not just about running towards the net and just, or I mean skating towards the net and just trying to slot one in. It's not that easy. You need to know where your teammates are. What Herbalist did right there was not very smart. He just ran up there and just threw it anywhere he could. And, the defense is obviously waiting for that to happen.
They're letting interference group up, and the interference seems to know where they're going to pass. They pass right in the middle. Interference is right there. They're not creating the passing opportunities they need to be creating right now. As I say that, Janky makes a pass and scores a clean goal. That was a good shot by Empire.
I don't know. I saw a phase there, but that's just my opinion.
Empire's first shot this period.
So they're tied up again. That's awesome.
First shot this period, and it is a goal. That is a good ratio right there.
Thank you, Pooter, for the sound effects. He's our sound technician here at HZ Media Production Center.
Interference winning the face-off. Trying to bring it back down the field. Empire regrouping. Looks like they're going to try to hold on to their tie here and try to get one more goal in against Linux. The Red Raven misses that corner. He has the unguarded, and interference takes advantage of that and takes a shot. Let's see if that's called clean. That is indeed clean.
Can't be letting that happen. You just can't be letting that happen.
Yeah, that must hurt so bad right now for Red Raven. His team had just tied it, and now to be losing by 1 again, that's horrible.
Empire is not letting up on the heels of interference, though. They have a chance to get this back. They have 5 minutes and 52 seconds. They can still do this. Kula Shaker coming back up, trying to keep pressure on interference, but it is not enough. Buckcat is right there. Looks like Buckcat's trying to beat the defense. He passes it back, and that is passed back to Swizzle. Easily recovered by Empire.
It's almost like they're not using radar, the Empire players. They don't know where their teammates are when they're not near them, and that's not good because they're just throwing it into empty space.
Indeed. They're still doing fairly well at defense. Iceman made a very good check right there on the crease, but nice slap shot by
goal.
Erwin Young.
What a goal by Herbalist. Who made the pass? Was that Janky?
Wow, I saw lag on that one.
Yeah, see, I told you, Herbalist and Janky are making a great duo. I mean, I know Stickman's not there, but who needs them? Janky and Herbalist have been amazing. Iceman is also right behind them.
That might be the goal of the year, and it isn't even the year yet.
Empire is definitely pulling out the strategy book for this game. They are not going to let any of these opportunities slip by them.
That was a good play by Janky and Herbalist, but a misunderstanding between Linux and his defenders, that can't be happening with a top 3 team like ITF. I wouldn't call it the play of the year, but maybe play of the week.
It has been brought to my attention that I am saying the Ancient Herbalist. That is actually not me. I just want to make that clear.
I think I'm saying the Herbalist wrong. Is it Herbalist?
General consensus is yes, it is Herbalist.
I'm getting blamed for your crimes, Navi.
Well then, blame to go all around, except to me. Well, maybe. Interference holding on to control of the puck as Empire's defense gets in the way. Empire making a nice pass up to Iceman H2O.
He has to show that Iceman is ready for this. Oh, never mind.
Oh, Tajan checks him right in the back. That has got to hurt.
Empire has had 2 shots this period, and both of them were goals. Let's see if they can convert on a third one.
They're making their home stadium You know, they're really proud of their home stadium, and they're making it count. They're playing at home. They're playing like warriors. You know, they're putting up a fight, and that's awesome.
They definitely have the home field advantage, and they are using that to their advantage for every minute of this game. They're not letting Buckcat get any of his classic Buckcat sweeps in, and that is a very good strategy right now. Red Raven covering that corner that was left open last time. Good job. Seems he's learning from the mistakes he might have made in the past.
He's adapting.
And interference recovering that pass. Going to try to bring it back up.
One thing I do notice about the Empire defense is like when one guy checks the other ship, everyone goes forward all of a sudden, and that's not good because what happened last play was that, you know, he checked the ITF player, but another ITF player checked him, so everyone was already forward. Good thing Red Raven was there to stop the shot.
Indeed, Iceman seems to be being very good at keeping himself in a good position to block a lot of shots. That is the second good save I've seen from him today. Well, probably more, but that's a good save I've seen. Interference recovering the puck. They're going to bring it back down the field, challenging Empire's offense, or defense, excuse me. Mace is a little bit trapped there, and Buckcat misses a pass. Oh, a lunge by 3 players on the Empire, creating a possible... Oh, they've got to watch those shots. Mace makes a lot of those shots. That could have been a goal.
In my opinion, they need to learn from what I said earlier. They need to know that when ITF has the puck, they can't be lunging. They have to be back defending their tie. Because this is a precious tie, man. Against a team like ITF, they need this.
Right, you are. Lunging is a huge mistake against veteran teams like Interference. And if they give up any kind of opportunity, Interference is going to take advantage of that and score some goals.
Oh, here comes Herbalist. Can he do something against Linux? Ooh, trying to BK Mace 23, but not able to. Man, that was so close.
That would have worked better if he did not try to pass it to Mace 23, but that's what some of them have been doing this game, and that is a critical mistake to close off any opportunities you have for scoring. Oh, a phase pass towards the offense of Interference, and that turns it over to Empire. Which turns it back over to Buckcat. And they're going to try to hold on possession.
Nice
and
moves by Mace 23. Here comes Mace 23. Pilot.
And a phased pass, which unfortunately hurts Empire there. And Iceman tries to dodge a check, and he just can't make it through. Oh, Empire desperately trying to hold possession onto the puck there, but it just does not work against Interference.
They were so close to actually scoring there. It's not even funny. And here comes ITF.
Why would it be funny?
Okay, Empire fiercely coming back down there. Unfortunately, Interference defense was allowed to regroup. They're a little too slow on that one. Swizzle recovers it, and he just turns it back over to the defense of Interference.
And this game is going overtime.
Overtime. Interference versus Empire. Who would have thought that this would have happened? This is quite the surprise.
Yeah, yes it is. But Empire is making themselves be respected in their home stadium, and I think that's awesome.
You know, they created this themselves, and when I first saw it, they were very proud of it. I was very impressed. It seems they have a reputation to uphold in this stadium. They do not want to lose games at their home field right now.
Herb has huge stats, great STTO ratio and CHD ratio on top of his goals. He's looking to capture an award this season if he keeps up this play.
Yeah, I think this could be Herbalist's night. I mean, he's been doing really well next to Janky, but Herbalist has been amazing.
Most definitely. Interference, their top rated player, most of their turn Steal to turnover ratio is not quite as good. Tajan is 9-3. He is not the top-rated player, but Empire seems to be outrating them as far as this last period went.
Do you say Tajan? I say Tajan or Tijan. Tajan just sounds weird.
Well, Tajan doesn't make sense.
TJN.
What is the general consensus how to say this?
Ian.
I mean, what's a Tajan?
Well, it could be like a tsunami or something.
Let's just call him TJ because that is catchy.
Yeah, let's call him TJ.
Call him Tajon.
That is a good suggestion, Cocaine.
For the record, I say herbalist, not herbalist, so lay off.
Hey, you said herbalist last game.
Yeah, and I fixed it right after.
I have said herbalist the entire time, so I have nothing to feel guilty about.
Herb.
Prepare to be astonished.
They will be astonished.
Again, thank you, Pooter89, for that awesome sound effect. He's our sound technician here at HZ Media News Group.
Well, I wonder how Linux is feeling in his current position. Normally, Linux has quite the advantage over Peel, but Empire is giving him a run for his money right now.
How do you guys say jaywalking? I say jaywalking.
Is there another way to say it?
Some people say G-walking.
It's a J,
I say
bro.
J-dub. Okay, going into the fourth overtime period. It will now be 5 versus 5. And interference wins the face-off. A little bit of a pass towards the wall there as Empire recovers it. And Interference trying to hold on to it as Empire recovers it. They're going to try to bring it back down the field. Janky a little isolated. He is not going to be able to take advantage of that open corner because Linux is right there. And Interference recovering the puck. They're going to bring it back down the field. Buckcat almost isolating himself, but passing it back to Mace. And they're going to try to beat the defense, but a phase drop pass allows Empire's defense to recover on that one. And they're trying to lure them out, but it is just not working. Regiment tries to pass down to a checked Buckcat, which misses, which allows an easy save from Red Raven.
Good save.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. He actually passed it to nobody, and then Bucky spawned. He was in the spot when he got killed, so I don't think Red Raven expected that.
All right, a nice try for a shot in the upper corner there, but Red Raven seems to be picking up his game here.
Good save.
Iceman HGO going to try to beat the defense. A check is missed. He did not have a chance, though. Linux was still there. And Empire recovering. They're going to try to bring it back towards the fierce offensive interference, which checks them, and Mace 23 is going to pick that back up.
You know, instead of just running in like Janky just did there, oh, what a shot, but it's... Oh,
a recover by Regiment. That is a shot, and that might be clean. We'll have to see what...
I'm pretty sure Mace did that on purpose to pass it to Regiment. So...
I don't think so. I think that was a shot.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a pass.
I think that was a shot.
It was a pass, and it's called crease, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
You know, it could go either way. Judging by interferences past their veteran status, that could very well be a shot. Mace is very good with shots like that, but that was a crease goal. And interference wins the faceoff. They're going to try to make up for that goal they just missed.
And Red Raven going forward there. I don't know why, but good thing they didn't lose the puck again.
Oh, Iceman has a shot. He tries to make a fade shot, but it is wide.
Wow, Linux fell for that.
It just gives Empire a little more confidence that they can indeed pull things off like that and get past Linux.
Yeah, but all they're doing is flying directly into the defense. Oh, and they miss a check, and now it's a 3-on-1.
Two lunging at the same time.
Oh, a phased pass towards Regiment, which will be a costly miss. And Interference is gonna hold on to it, try to bring it back down through Empire's defense. Cola Shaker is right there. He checks them, keeps them in check, and they're gonna bring it back up the field.
See, this is what Empire has to do. They need to play together as a team. They have to go forward as a team, 3-on-3, not 1 against 3. That's never gonna work.
Yeah, they can't take direct shots like they just did on Linux. You gotta pass it. You have to do crosses.
Excellent defensive play by Janky.
You need to cycle the puck. You need to play smart. Oh, here we go.
Oh, possible chance right here. A direct shot on Linux. Poor shot. That should not have happened. They cannot do that if they want to score.
It was a good save by Linux. He saved the game with that save.
Most definitely.
Well, he read him, ahead of time. And here comes Buckhead. Oh, going against 2 players. Managing to slide through like a little snake.
A missed BK. But I don't think he had any other choice. That was a nice try.
Iceman going to fists with Buckhead near the wall, but Buckhead recovers. Now Maze and Buckhead go for it. Here goes Maze. Trying to shot, but Herbalist blocks it.
Good defense by Empire. Iceman there to pick it up once again as Cola just wildly ices it towards TJ. And Interference trying to work the way around Empire's defense, and it worked.
Typical ITF goal. Typical.
I'm surprised I don't see ITF like blurting on the screen right now.
I can't believe that actually worked, but is that called clean? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You see, the problem with the overtime period was that Empire needed Janky on offense to control them, and Kula was just going forward and leaving Janky back on defense. And I have no idea why he would do that.
Just typical ITF goal, man. Typical
Kula Shaker ruining the game.
Typical ITF goal, and that will end the game 5-4 Interference. That was a good game, valiant effort by Empire.
Yeah, after such a defensive siege by Empire, it all ends in just a typical ITF goal. That's, I don't know. It just seems like everyone just crashes into and clusters around the net, and then Buckhead just finds that open hole. I don't think Red Raven is to blame there. I just think it's just a typical ITF goal.
No, definitely not. Red Raven was on top of his game. Might have been a miscommunication between the defense and Red Raven. That is key as you're playing goal, and I think defense might have failed them on that one, unfortunately.
Here comes another sound effect by Pooter, I think. Nope. Alright, we actually have Red Raven on Mumble right now. I don't know if he actually wants to say some words, but Cozy, what did you think about the game?
Empire played a really good game. We can't say that about the first period because they didn't play as good as the rest of the game, but I really think that Empire played really well from the second period to finish, and it's looking very promising for them going forward.
You can't really say that about last game. You can't really say that about Empire's last game, but this game, they made themselves be respected, especially in their home stadium as we look at the replays right now. They actually played really well. They proved to be a worthy adversary, and they put up a fight, which is what they should have done in the beginning. But yeah, it's actually pretty interesting that Janky and Stickman are the one of the better duos in their team. But tonight, Herbalist joined with Janky, and it was Herbalist that actually provided some of the goals in that for the Empire team. So anyway, let me just go ahead and see if Red Raven, are you there? Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
All right. I know that you must feel really like crap right now after such an intense game. You were so close to winning it. It could have gone both ways, honestly. And against a team like ITF, you should feel proud that your team was able to accomplish that. So with that taken out of the way, what did you feel about the game? Like, what are your final thoughts about the game?
Our goal this game was to show that we could play, and that last week's 10-goal debacle was not going to be the norm. And I was joking that I wanted to do some fake Rocky Balboa stuff, and that it would be like the Red Raven versus Linux. And you know what? This reminds me of Rocky 1, so just wait until game number 2 when I win the World Championship, and then fight a bunch of Germans to keep my title because my manager doesn't think I have the eye of the tiger anymore.
Okay, Bucky, Fur, are any of you here for a question?
Yeah, I'm here.
Just a quick question to you both. Did you think coming into this game that Empire would bring you guys to overtime?
Are you asking Red Raven?
No, I'm asking Furry or Bucky.
I thought they would do a lot better than last game. I mean, the scoreline was ridiculous. They didn't play that badly, but it was a lot closer than I expected. But yeah, they played really well.
You probably came into this game thinking you guys would win 10-0. Well, that isn't really nice of you.
No, to be honest, I thought it'd be something like 6-2. I was a bit mean on the prediction.
Actually, Fur was a lot nicer than I was. I picked ITF to win 8-1.
That's even worse.
Yeah, but
You know what though? I like doing that because I love being an underdog.
Really?
You guys were definitely the underdog today.
Yeah, but you pulled yourselves through. That was awesome. I mean, nobody really thought that you were gonna come back from that 2-0 loss. That you were down 2 goals, but you actually managed to pull through and tie it up, and then you were able to score some more goals against Linux. So pat on the back.
I mean, his Rocky reference was really good. Interference is basically Apollo Creed, and Empire's Rocky Balboa, and they lasted the 15 rounds. They went the distance, and they'll be back for Rocky 2, where they'll both go down at the same time with 1 second left in overtime, and Empire will just squeeze in a goal to win the game.
Red Raven, what are your final thoughts on that last goal, where ITF just takes the win?
I have no issue with that last goal. It's the goal by Pilot that I felt bad about, and the goal by Mace, because that should never go in. But you know what? ITF makes plays like that, and you're not always gonna stop them, I guess, unless you are Linux.
Well, Linux let in nearly identical goals at the other end, so.
Yeah, actually, we saw one shot, I think, by Herbalist that was really a nice shot, but Linux should have gotten it. Considering that he is Linux, but he let that in. He got fooled many times, actually, by both Iceman and Janky. I think Linux was having a rough night. I wouldn't say a bad night, but a rough night tonight.
Well, I thank you, Red Raven, for answering our questions, and Bucky, but you didn't really answer. I'd like to welcome someone else from the Baby Seal Killers, who was really involved in their key transaction today. I welcome Thrill HZ. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Psycho T.
Yes, sir.
He just muted himself and unmuted himself, and now he's muted again. So I think he's having technical difficulties.
We heard him.
Thrill HZ, are you there?
We could hear you, Thrill. You're muting yourself over and over again for some reason.
Yeah, I think I got it worked out now. What's up?
How do you feel about your newest acquisition, Cereal and Milk?
Feel pretty good about it. We're really confident with him and Net. We still got, some decent backup options, with Ghost Kill and all that, but He's really consistent, and we're pretty excited about picking him up.
Since you made this transaction, what happened with the Lago the Clown situation?
You know, I guess probably the best thing to say would be, we didn't need all those goalies on the roster. Like, there's pretty much going to be 0 playing time distributed to Lago, and it just made more sense to have him off of the roster because of that.
But do you consider CNM to be actually on the same level as Boogeyman, or?
I like having Cereal and Milk better because he's going to be a little bit more consistent. Lago the Clown's more, he's a Lancaster. That's very reliant on a team being pylon defense kind of style, and that's not really, baby soul killer style. So we wanted to make that change.
We have to ask, when Lago the Clown was on your team, was there any locker room conflicts between anyone?
Not really. I mean, that's kind of the big surprise to everybody, apparently. But there's not really that much animosity in the BSK locker room, period. Like, Lago pretty much likes all of us, so there wasn't any problems there.
Does he still like all of you after being axed?
Yeah, there's not really an issue. It was a fairly friendly conversation. It wasn't like, oh, bitch, you're axed, suck my dick. It was friendly conversation. It's kind of like, hey, you're not going to get any playing time. We don't really need you here, so maybe this will help another team or something. I don't know.
Do you think now that Boogeyman is off your team, can he actually make it towards a top 3 team in the league, or do you see him like somewhere else down the rankings?
It's tough to say because of the perception that people have of him. So I don't know what team he's going to be able to get on. A lot of teams already have starting goalies too. But I mean, I think he could definitely play somewhere. I mean, the Lancaster, if you have pylon defense, is ridiculous to beat, and that's kind of what playoff style is. That's pretty much how he won the cup last time. I mean, it's a really powerful ship with pylon defense. So I mean, there's always opportunity for him to get on like pretty good team.
And now, I just want to ask you, because I think you saw the game, right? You saw the match.
Yeah, I did not see the first period, but I saw the last 2 periods, which were the most exciting periods, probably.
And your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the win by NTF?
It was kind of disappointing to see that win, because at that point everybody's like, yes, Empire's going to win. Everybody doesn't really expect them to do that well, and I was kind of rooting for them there. So to see it ended by that kind of, this is a typical interference goal, was kind of, that kind of sucks, but, it was a good game.
Do you think ITF purposely let the game get close just so they could win with a typical ITF quote-unquote goal?
Well,
no.
Here's a question.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, do you think that actually when they first started the game, were they actually putting much effort, or do you think they actually, like, between second and third period, they, like, stepped on the gas?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they started playing a lot more serious. You could tell by the shots and the control of the offense. Like, after they went down, the game was tied, they started controlling the puck a lot more and getting a lot more shots when previously it was kind of even. So I think they definitely were like, hey, this team might actually beat us if we don't start playing a little bit more seriously.
So does that take anything away from Empire's, consistency tonight or defending?
I don't think so at all, just because I don't think they were really expected to hang with interference even if they weren't playing that seriously. So just to show this game that they can really hang with them. And they scored a couple of really nice goals too. Janky, being a huge playmaker, he made some really great passes. Herbalist had some nice shots, so they definitely have some potential to have some competitive games. That was really great to see.
Okay, well, any other questions for the Thrill HZ tonight? Well, thank you, Thrill. I think that gave us some insight about tonight's game and your guys' future as BSK with a new goaltender.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. Yeah, it was fun.
This just in, it seems Zeppelin Minus has a question for you.
This is gonna be gay. Oh, all right. What's the question?
He might be really slow at typing because he has not typed anything at the moment. Were you one of the... Go ahead.
You go. Were you one of the main reasons Stereo and Milk joined BSK? If not, which captains were?
I knew that this was going to be the question. That's actually pretty funny. I was expecting this for a couple minutes. So we had this funny conversation in the captain's chat, and basically D-Money, Ray, asked in the chat, Cereal and Milk, which of the 4 captains influenced his decision to join Baby Soul Killers the most. And I think he said it was Zeppelin and Joe Sakic, so they've kind of been trying to hold that over my head because he answered them instead of me. So it's pretty funny.
Where do you think BSK ranks in the top teams in the RSHL right now? Do you feel that you can hang with ITF, Execution, etc.?
I absolutely see deep playoff run for us. Some people like to internalize these thoughts, but we can definitely beat any team. And I expect us to do pretty well. I think Execution's probably the biggest threat, to be honest. But, we'll see. But that's what I would predict for a finals if I had to put money on it, is Baby Soul Killers and Execution.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is a serious question, but will you allow Crystalline to rejoin BSK now the Lago has left?
Yeah, it's probably a joke, as Crystalline's known for being pretty racist. She hates black people. That's just how it is. And she always joked that she would never join the team with him on there. But to be honest, she's pretty far below the caliber of goalie that I would ever want on my team. So that's probably not going to happen.
Oh, boy.
She's racist?
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's incredibly racist and also insensitive to, topics like rape and other things that it's just like, wow, apparently she's a terrible person. I didn't know before, but I learned it after a couple of years talking to her.
How often do those conversations happen in team chat?
We love to bash black people and talk about rape in chat all the time, so it comes up pretty often.
Fair enough.
I just want to ask, because this has been going around a lot, and I think a lot of people know that you're Christian. I didn't know that. Are you?
Yeah, I am a Christian. It's kind of a weird question for a Hockey Zone interview, but yeah, we can go with that. Yeah.
Does your faith relate much to your RSHL success?
That's probably the most ridiculous question I've heard in my entire life.
What are your political views?
I am actually not with either side. I think that both Republicans and Democrats both have their heads up their asses, and I just don't deal with politics because hearing both sides literally makes me want to massacre people. So,
do you pray before each game?
Only the important ones, because you never know. You might get one of those corner bounces, or the goalie might pass you the puck. So every once in a while, before I throw up a shot, especially if it's slap shot, I'm like, please God.
Does your love for Jesse Ventura aid you in your RSHL success? And if you do not love Jesse Ventura, get the hell out.
It hasn't benefited me very much because I don't have a cup yet, so...
That's a good point.
I guess I need to up the level there.
Do you think maybe you need to love Jesse Ventura more?
Probably. Probably need to put him as my desktop on my computer or something. I don't know what more I could do, but that might help some.
Awesome.
Okay, more questions. If anyone has a question, this is a rare opportunity to talk to Thrill HZ.
Yeah, he never plays this game, so make sure you get the questions in now. Was that PBS?
I believe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was a PBS, like the intro to some of the PBS shows back in the day, like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, this is an educational opportunity. That's a pretty good pun by Pooter. Yeah.
Good job, Pooter, with the sound effects.
How does it feel to be one of the most hated players in HZ?
You know, it feels pretty great. It's probably one of my all-time favorite experiences in life. It just feels awesome. You know, I thank God every day and pray to Him to have more hatred just because it's just so awesome.
Do you think this hatred is what's stopping you from winning the cup? Because everyone goes 120% against you?
No, not really. You know, I think that in season 17, what stopped me from winning the cup was some horrible Lancaster goaltending. But, you know, that's a story for another time, probably. But, you know, it is always pretty funny because teams always definitely do want to win against me, or more often than that, they just don't want to see me succeed, which is hilarious because I always find a way to do reasonably well. But, you know, we'll see what happens this season. I think this is going to be a pretty good season for BSK.
How did you come up with the name Thrill? I mean, like, why did you choose it?
It's kind of an interesting story, I guess. Well, I guess it's actually probably a boring story. But I used to play graph ball, infantry. That's actually before I came to Hockey Zone. And there is this guy's name. I was like 12 at the time. And his name was Spill. And it was like all separated out. It was like SPILL, Spill, in all capital letters. And I was like, that's a cool name. So I made the name Thrill in the same exact style. It was like all, you know, spaced out capital letters, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then after I moved from Hockey Zone to Graph Ball, I had just used it for a couple years. So I just kind of stuck with it and got rid of these spaces and stuff.
Oh, that's funny. That's kind of how I got my name. There was a guy in the zone called the Bread Cave-In. Yeah.
You know what? I saw that guy. I wasn't sure if that's how you got your name, but that's good, man.
The funny thing is I made that up and you were going along with it. Also, there is a legitimate question here. What did you think of Red Raven's performance tonight?
Was that your question?
No, it's Pilot's, the guy who vomited when he found out I was ranked higher than him in a goalie ranking.
That seems like a pretty rude question from Pilot. You know, I think that there were ups and downs. You know, there were some moments where some good saves were made, where the defense kind of missed a check and, you know, really stepped up and made some saves. And then, of course,
you don't have to go any further. No, that's fine. I think that answers the question.
The Mace goal kind of made me cringe. Gonna be honest, those corner goals, you know, I hate to see those. It happens every once in a while, but I was like, that's a tough one, you know. But you know, I guess it can happen to anybody.
I threw up in my mouth when it happened too. It's fine. We also have another question. Do you feel that your mentoring from Ruckus and captaining of Inner Puck's MSHL farm team Outer Puck has helped him with his RSHL success or non-success, so to speak?
Probably didn't have that much of an impact because right after Outer Puck was formed, right after the season began, there was some controversy between Inner Puck and Outer Puck because we had cocaine on our team at the time. And I didn't think he's very good. You know, I still don't think he's really great. And I benched him because I was like, he's not very good, you know, and he got pissed off because he had played, you know, in the RSHL before for Grins and some other teams like that. And I benched him and he got pissed off and left basically and joined Interpuck. And I guess he was butt buddies with Ruckus or something. So then that was kind of the end of the Inner-Outer Puck affiliation. So there wasn't really much mentoring or anything. It kind of became a separate project pretty shortly into its existence. But I will say this, the franchise that was Outer Puck pretty much basically was the core of Baby Seal Killers, minus me. You know, a couple of those guys kind of came together and then formed Baby Seal Killers. So that's kind of interesting, I guess.
I have a question from PETA. Are you okay with going to hell for your hatred of tiny Arctic animals?
You know, that would be rough, you know, to burn an eternity just for clubbing animals. I mean, it's hilarious. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to pray to God to forgive my sins like I do every night. So,
do you like the fact that you are in a baby seal club?
Not really. It's not very exclusive. I mean, we've got like Schlaz on there, so it's not an exclusive club or anything. So,
what is the age threshold in which you will no longer club a baby, like club a seal?
There's no limit, man. Like right out of the uterus. I mean, it's going down.
Right, but in terms of like, do they get too old?
You know, I guess so. I'm not sure what the threshold would be. Maybe, what are seals' lifespans like? I don't know. I would probably like set the limit, like LT flagger limit, probably.
I guess what they're asking is, will there ever be like an adult seal killers?
You know, I'd be down for it. I'm not sure if the rest of the team wants to take on a project like an adult seal. You know, only certain people can kind of go after those, but I'm down for it.
Now, the other question is, and this is the obvious question I think on everyone's mind right now, is it only the animal seals, or are you also willing to take on the militant, Navy seals?
You know, I had a run-in with them back when I was, you know, doing spy linguistics in the Air Force with the SEALs. They're actually some pretty cool guys. So, you know, I'd probably have some brewskis with them or something, but, you know, probably not going to fight them. They would probably actually send out a covert team in order for us to have an organized project to kill more baby seals. So
now I also want to ask, because there's a rumor going around that you own every single Pokemon game and all you do is basically take a Charizard and use Fire Blast on the seals. Is that true?
Absolutely not true. We have a lot of more creative methods than that. I have an entire shed full of baby seal killing tools right next to my shed full of trophies.
And how many trophies do you have, by the way, is a question from Zeppelin.
How many trophies? You know, it's really hard to keep track, but I guess a guesstimate would probably be around... Are we including medals, or is this strictly trophies? Any kind of accolades at all? I mean, I have a lot. I know there's a lot in the shed, man.
Do you have a lot of certificates in there as well?
I have a couple. Not as many of those. Mainly medals. Some trophies sprinkled in there. I've got some ribbons.
Are you insinuating that your shed is kind of like a trophy cake?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I've said this before, though. It was more of like a wardrobe than a shed, but...
Now, when you know, some people are asking me to ask you about other types of seals, like, for example, the ones with jars in them, and I'm just curious if maybe, like, you've attacked the lids of the jars that may or may not contain babies in them?
You know, I actually thought that this is what you were going to ask me before when you went out for the Navy SEALs. And we try to. You know, I do pretty well with it, but Zeppelin has trouble getting the seals off. He can't do it, so I always have to help him. So that's kind of something for him to improve on this season. But
growing up, how many months in a row were you awarded Terrific Kid?
Pretty much every month. They actually stopped giving that award out when I was like 15 because it just made all the other kids feel pretty bad. So,
do you feel bad that your name doesn't really occur in the Party Rock Anthem song, but Zeppelin's does?
Yeah, you know, it's something I struggle with. It makes me want to murder him, but that's against my religion. It's one of the 10 Commandments, so.
Yet you still kill baby seals.
Do you believe
seals don't have souls?
Do you believe lag is a force from God?
No, I think lag is from the devil, trying to prevent me from winning the cup.
That was good. I actually really enjoyed that. Bucky, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Bucky, we need to interview you about things that happened today.
Sure.
Now, yesterday we talked a little bit about how you were sweeping and it just ain't working. How did it feel to get stopped a couple times on the breakaway against a clearly, not very good person?
I think you're dreaming. I had no breakaways, I think.
Okay, it's entirely possible. I kind of blacked out from a period when no goals were scored against me.
Hey, Red Raven, I think good job on the kills. By the way, you were checking a lot of ships with your goalie.
Did you see that amazing screw up there where Coho just kind of threw it up into the net?
The one where you ass passed.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so bad.
Why did you hold the puck so long?
I don't remember. Oh no, the ass pass was intentional because that was when we were on the right side, right? I didn't see anybody open where it was like a decent pass. I'm like, screw it, I'll just get a weird angle behind the net. And maybe it was Pilot who did it. I don't remember.
No, that was the left side, and you were saying something about asking for help in Ventrilo.
Hey,
oh yeah,
who's that?
Yeah, that's Super Dan, man. Didn't you hear the bottles in the background? Yeah, you're totally right. I actually did go help.
There you go.
In Ventrilo. It was awesome. You're the man. Oh, God. You're my favorite. I love you.
Whoa.
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 What did you do last night? But yeah, no, it was definitely scary. Anytime you're facing a team that has players on it, it's very difficult for a goaltender. I mean, I practiced in the Empire Arena for 6 hours today and did not let in a single goal.
Raven, which RSHL teams do you look forward to facing that don't have players?
Oh God, the one that Lago's probably going to start. Oh yeah, sorry, no, Bucky, more questions. When you look at teams that have struggled against Empire at times this year, it's basically you and Execution. And people are saying that you might be the two of the best teams in the league, unless you're Thrill and think the Baby Seal Killers are up there. How do you feel knowing that you very well could have lost to Empire tonight if you had started Furry and Net?
Well, I don't know if we would have lost Furry and Net, but I think Empire played great on defense this time. So you guys did a good job there, helped out a lot, and you played pretty solid back there too. I think our biggest issue tonight was it was Regiment's first game captaining a team since season 17.
Oh, that's right, because you were ice hockey?
Correct.
You're going to patent the buck cat sweep.
I do try it. I do have a power move to the net. However, my goal tonight was from about the face-off circle. I went glove side low.
I have a glove. Which side is the glove side?
Oh, I thought we were talking about ice hockey. My bad.
Oh my God. No. Who cares about ice hockey?
We want spaceships.
Sweep in hockey. I thought you were bringing that across the line. My bad.
Yeah. You gotta get your focus. Maybe that was the issue.
It might be.
The other question I wanted to ask is, our best defender's school's computer crashed right before the game started, and he hasn't been able to get back online. So my question to you is that your way of getting back at him because I tried to set your barbecue on fire?
No comment on the barbecue on fire retaliation. However, I do have an alibi and photographs of me being somewhere else during the game starting, so I am covered.
Are these nude photographs?
Yeah, are they nude photographs?
They are very close.
Are you buck naked?
I'm actually in sweaty shorts from ice hockey.
Nah, you're in a
kind of
tea-cozy.
gross.
You were in a tea-cozy.
What both of them said.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's time to stop the stream, maybe?
Have you watched Bucky O'Hare?
Let's just blatantly ignore what Navi just said. Just continue talking.
Well, no, it's a good question because, I think it's one of the best shows of all time, even though they only had 13 seasons, and you would think a guy by the name of Bucky would have watched Bucky O'Hare. Why haven't you watched it? Can we all get together and watch it? Can we watch it?
A very good question.
I've been looking for it on Blu-ray, and I haven't seen it come out yet, so I think that's the issue.
It's on YouTube, Holmes.
Burned.
Yep. Not on Blu-ray, like I said.
Do you have
yes.
buck teeth?
No, but I do have front teeth.
That's good. Me like you long time. Not as much as I like
Thrill?
Thrill, sure. Hey, Thrill, were you a jerk when I was on your team back in the day? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been a jerk. I'm just affable, just pleasant to be around all the time. So
Really?
Would you be offended if someone said that you kind of sound like they would expect Satan to sound?
I don't know. If anybody thinks that Satan sounds like me, then I don't know. They've got a pretty good idea of what, I don't know. If hell's going to be like that, then that's nice. I didn't really say that very well, but oh well.
No, you could try again. You have one more chance.
No, I'm not gonna take another crack at it. No.
Thoughts and prayers.
All right.
Prayers.
I've got a question for you, Red Raven.
Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet deal. Okay.
So, how did you feel about Stickman obviously didn't show up, and Empire played really well? Do you think that had any impact? The fact that Stickman wasn't there, do you think that changed something for the offense or something like that?
No, you know what the complete difference was today is the fact that Herbalist or Herbalist or Verbalist, I don't know how many letters are silent in that kid's name, was amazing tonight. He just, I don't know, he has some sort of virus program that allows him to attack Linux or something. He was awesome, and I think that was also the fact I didn't suck as much, I think was huge. But no, Herbalist was awesome, and even though Stickman wasn't there, Janky and Herb did find chemistry, so they're probably making out right now.
Iceman didn't do that bad either. I mean,
Nah, I guess he did okay, but let's be honest here. Janky and Herbalist, it's all about them. That's what I put in my write-up, too. Some people were talking about, they thought they were a little surprised, but those were the two players, along with Raven, that I actually put in my write-up as the players to watch. And Janky especially made some really nice passes tonight. It was really, really cool to see.
Hey, Raven.
Yep.
So, you're saying School couldn't make the game. What was the plan if School was there? Would Kola have been in a different ship?
Oh no, Kula's gonna always be in Levy.
Yeah, that sucks for you guys.
Oh no, not a chance, man. Oh my god, Pilot scored both goals on me in the first period?
See, that's the period I missed. If I saw that, I probably would have had to change my answer about you.
Well, if I had known that, I probably would have specced and killed myself, so it's a good thing none of us knew that.
Yeah, when I saw that he scored those goals on you, I vomited.
Here's the thing, too, as well. It looks as if Lego the Clown, a.k.a. the Boogeyman, a.k.a. Chun-Li, has joined Direwolves.
More like diarrhea.
I am not surprised. I actually kind of was half expecting this. He had mentioned it before back in the day, too. It was kind of always up in the air that he might join another team. I mean, it was never really hostile to where it was like, fuck you, like I said before. But I mean, it was always questionable whether he's going to be on BSK or not. So he had mentioned before that Direwolves had interest. So that doesn't really surprise me that much.
Well, you know what? We've only got one question left. It's a solid question. I think it's fair. Thrill, are you a virgin saving yourself for God?
Absolutely not. I really, I really fucked that one up bad,
Literally.
so to speak. Yeah. So, we're all human, I guess.
Sex.
And on that note, Hammy, if you could just end it. Mercy us.